Editing doesn't have to be difficult. You can edit your video using the same application you use to record in less time than it took to practice. We were able to achieve the same level of professionalism in our example videos because we use the same editing techniques. Practicing these techniques is more important than learning complex software, and they're going to help you edit any video.
In this lesson, we share these techniques and give you a step-by-step guide to creating professional videos.
So, how do you edit your video? First, we're going to show you how we edited our videos in QuickTime. If you use a different program in your office, the tools themselves may have a different name, but the ideas are all the same.
The first step in editing is to review your takes and select the ones you want to use. To save space, delete the takes you don't want to use and rename your favorites. Include a number that indicates what order they should play in.
The next step is to combine and arrange your clips. We used QuickTime, so we opened up our first clip, then used the Add New Clip button in the Edit menu. You can always play around with the order of your clips by clicking and dragging them around to match the order in your script.
With iMovie or Camtasia, the process is very similar. Only you'll import your takes into your library where you can preview them. Click and drag your clips onto your timeline in order. Now let's talk about trimming your clips. Here's an example. This is a take Derek likes, but he takes too long to start talking. How can we remove that extra footage?
First, we select the clip and drag it in from the left until a few moments before he speaks. The clip now starts at a reasonable spot. You can also drag your clip in from the right to remove the pause he leaves at the end of his take. Here are a few best practices for trimming. First, don't trim takes too short, like this. Leave a bit of room so it feels natural.
Similarly, don't trim takes too long. Too much room and people stop paying attention. Look for natural breaks in your speech and find a spot where your eyes are open and your mouth is closed to start or stop your video. Now, let's take a look at cutting. Here's a clip that Emily likes, but she makes a mistake in the middle. Then redelivers her lines and keeps going. She doesn't want to record this whole take again, so here's how we fixed it.
First, we played the video to a point just before the mistake occurs and hit pause. We then used the split clip tool, which cuts the video into two. Using the trimming technique we talked about before, we can now remove the mistake. We dragged the left edge of the new clip in so it starts just after the mistake. Now, when the two clips play together, the mistake is gone. And you may have noticed a little blip just there. Cuts like this can be really jarring to your viewer, so use them as little as possible. It can be tempting to remove every and ah with the cut tool, but leaving them in actually makes you seem more relatable.
If you have to cut, look for natural breaks in your clips, like the end of a sentence or the end of an action. Try to make sure both clips on either side of your cut match each other as much as possible.
Editing is an invisible art. The best edits are the ones your viewer never notices. Keep your lesson seamless so your learner can focus on your content.
Once you've trimmed, cut, and arranged your clips, make sure they flow naturally. When you're happy, click Export.
Select the highest possible settings, preferably 1080p, and then upload your completed video into Workday Learning. Congratulations! You've finished your first video lesson.
So now that we've explored the main methods of editing video, how does that look in practice? After recording, Raman starts by reviewing and selecting the footage she's taken from her webcam, screen, and smartphone. She deletes some takes and renames others with the order she wants them to play in. She then uses the Add Clip to the End tool to combine all of the clips in order.
She takes each clip and trims the beginning and the end so her eyes are open and mouth is closed. She then removes a mistake by cutting it out. She uses the Split Clip tool, then drags the left edge in on the second clip. Happy with the video's flow, she then exports it at 1080p and uploads it into Workday Learning.
Over the previous 9 lessons, we explained how to create a video by generating ideas, writing a script, and drafting a storyboard. We covered finding equipment, framing, lighting, sound, performance, and lastly editing, all using tools available in your home or office.
If there's one thing to take away from this series, It's that you don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to become great. We hope this series has inspired you to share your expertise and to create truly modern learning experiences.
Now, it's time to share what you know.